So 2023 was a pretty good year for movies, but 2024 also looks to be promising. I can't say that there's as many movies coming out in 2024 that I'm looking forward to as opposed to 2023, but there are still some really good contenders on here that I'm excited for. And today I'm going to be talking about my 10 most anticipated movies of this year. So without wasting any more time, let's just get on to my top 10 most anticipated movies of 2024. At number 10, I have Shelby Oaks. Now, I'm a massive fan of Chris Stuckman. He's actually part of the reason I started making a YouTube channel in the first place. So I owe a lot of credit to him. He's been a very big inspiration for me. And while I may not have watched his content as recently as I did like last year and the year before that, I am still very excited to see what he does with his very first feature. From all the videos I've seen about him talking about this movie, he seems really passionate, not just about making the movie for himself, but making the movie for us and making it the best he possibly can. And I trust him on that. I think this movie has a pretty good chance of being good, and I'm really excited to see what he does. At number 9, I have Argyle. Now, many people may compare this to Lost City, and I can definitely see that. It's kind of the same premise, but honestly, this movie looks like it's going to take everything that made The Lost City work and expand on that and just have a lot of fun with it. I'm excited for this one. The cast is really good. The trailers were funny and interesting. And yeah, I'm just really excited to see how this one turns out. It may not be the best movie of 2023, and I don't expect it to be one of the best movies of 2023, but I just want to have a good time. I think this movie has potential to be good, maybe even great. At number 8, I have Smile 2. Now, the original Smile is probably one of, if not the scariest movie I've ever seen, and so I'm interested to see how they continue this. There were some doors left open in the first one that I hope they continue on. I won't say how the first movie ends, but Kyle Gallner was easily a standout in this movie, and I really hope that he's the main star in this movie. It would be really cool to see that, and I hope that's where they take it. Honestly, I don't have any doubts that this is going to be just as, if not even scarier than the original, and despite knowing that, I'm still excited to see what they're going to do with this. At number 7, I have Venom 3. Now, I'm not a big fan of the first Venom movie, like, at all. It's just gotten worse as time has gone on. But I really enjoyed Venom Let There Be Carnage. I thought that was really fun. It just leaned into the silliness and had fun with it. It just was a really fun time at the movies. And I'm hoping Venom 3 does that. I've heard some reports that have kind of turned me off from it. It's like, well, I don't know about that. But still, I'm interested. I really like Let There Be Carnage, so obviously I'm going to be excited for the follow-up to that movie. My big concern is that Let There Be Carnage was just a fluke and that this movie might end up being like more so like the first Venom. But I'm putting my trust in Sony that they can pull this one off. I'm curious for it. At number 6, I have Inside Out 2. Now, Inside Out is in my top 3 favorite Pixar movies of all time. So, of course, I'm excited to see what they're going to do with a continuation. From the little teaser we got of, like, a few months ago, I like the new emotions they're adding. Like, everything seems to be what I personally would want out of an Inside Out movie. I don't think this movie will quite reach the heights that the first Inside Out did, but regardless, I still think that this is going to be pretty solid, and I'm excited to see what happens. At number 5, I have Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. Now, I'm a pretty big fan of the Planet of the Apes movies. I haven't seen them all. I've only seen like the first 3. But the first Planet of the Apes movie is one of my favorite movies of all time. And so I'm excited to see a new Planet of the Apes movie on the big screen. I haven't seen the trilogy that this is based on yet, but from what I can tell, the movie looks to be like everything I want from a Planet of the Apes movie. It has very good visuals. It seems to have a decent story from what I've made out from the trailers, and It just looks like it's going to be a good movie. I have faith in this one. At number 4, I have Challengers. Now, I've been excited for this movie ever since I heard Zendaya is going to be in a sports movie, let alone a tennis movie, which I think are very strong movies in the sports genre. Now, movies about like relationships and like the toxicity that comes with them are kind of my guilty pleasure. I've just started to figure that out. So I'm interested to see this. It looks like it's got all the sexiness and the toxicity that I could want from a relationship movie like this. And on top of that, you're throwing in Zendaya playing tennis. How can I not be excited for this one? Now, number 3, I'm shocked that this is as high as it is, but honestly, I'm really, really looking forward to this one, and that is Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. Now, I like the Ghostbusters movies. I wouldn't say that there's one exactly that I thought this is one of the greatest movies of all time. No, I've just liked all of them and thought they ranged from good to okay. And I liked Afterlife, and I'd say it's a good way to bring back the franchise after Ghostbusters 2016, and I was a little worried that Frozen Empire was going to lean more into like the original Ghostbusters instead of developing new characters that I really liked in Afterlife. But when the trailer dropped for Frozen Empire, my worries were dismissed, and I've been excited for this movie ever since. It looks like it's going to take everything I liked from Afterlife and expand on that, and I just cannot wait for this movie to come out. I haven't been this excited for a Ghostbusters movie ever, and I genuinely think this has potential to be my favorite of the entire franchise. At number 2 is Sometimes I Think About Dying. Now, I've heard about this movie since I saw a Letterboxd review on it, and like they were really praising it. They saw it at like Sundance, I'm pretty sure. And I've just, ever since then, I've been like, okay, I'm interested. I want to see this. And I've just been, I just waited like all of 2023 for this to get distributed. And now it's finally getting distributed in like a limited theater release. And I hope it comes to mind. I don't have showtimes booked here yet, but if it does come here, I'm definitely going to go see it. And when the trailer came out, like maybe a month ago, my excitement just went through the roof. This movie looks like it's going to be very interesting and very upsetting, but also really intriguing at the same time. I'm excited for this. But at number 1 should be no surprise to anybody who's been following me on like Twitter or anywhere that I've been posting about it. It's Dune Part 2. Now, this was my number 6 most anticipated movie of last year, but if I had seen footage for that movie prior to making that video, I bet it would have been in like my top 3 most anticipated movies of 2023, because every trailer coming out for this movie has just gotten my excitement higher and higher and higher. And ever since they delayed it, I've just been dying to see this movie. I'm really excited for it, and it's my most anticipated movie of this year. Well, guys, those were my top 10 most anticipated movies of this year. Share your list down below. As always, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.